Jordan!
Iain!
Who was so excited for New Year's that they started their countdown early. They're currently at 2,271,400 seconds to midnight.
The cheeky girls?
No, the cheeky boys. What?
Lovely.
Accurate.
I don't know, it makes me feel weird inside.
It makes me feel many things inside, but weird is not one of them. Hello and welcome to episode 156 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where Christmas is over, but the celebrations ain't. Because we've got New Year's to come. And I know most of you don't celebrate it, but you should. With me. Because I love New Year's. But one guy who definitely can't get enough is this guy. It's Jordan. Jordan, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. This time of year is such a celebratory time for us, particularly, isn't it? Because we've got Christmas.
Yeah.
Then basically the week after, essentially, we have New Year's. And then the week after that, we've got my birthday. And then the week after that, we've got your birthday.
Yeah, and then we've got Paul's birthday and the podcast's birthday.
Oh, celebration central.
Celebration galore. But Jordan, they're not the only things we've got to celebrate this week. And what I'm about to say is perhaps the biggest thing that we've got to celebrate. And that is the fact that we've got a new member to welcome to the Cryptid Club.
Do we?
We do indeed. So we would like to say our personal thanks to Jimble.
Hi, Jimble.
Hey, bud, welcome to the Cryptid Club, me old pal. And Jordan, I just need to make this aware. I think that we've got someone famous in our midst.
George Lucas?
No. Well, let me break it down for you.
Right.
You know, you got Jimble. That can only be short for Jim Belushi.
What, the guy from the K9 film?
Exactly, yeah. That guy. American actor, comedian, musician, best known for his films in The Blues Brothers, K9 and Red Heat. Also a notable blues performer and cannabis entrepreneur.
It's official. We've got Mr. Belushi.
It is official. He's in with us. I believe this is our ticket to the big time.
Amazing. Okay. I mean, should we just explain the lovely message that he left us?
Yeah, please feel free. I mean, I don't know if he wants it out there. You know, no one take this and quote him on it because, you know, bit mean like.
Yeah, and obviously, Jim Belushi, don't be making a movie out of it.
Unless, you know, you use our likenesses and we are paid for it. I mean, you know, Tom Cruise would make a good Iain, I believe. Danny DeVito would make a lovely Jordan.
I was thinking more for Iain, like, I don't know, Shane McGowan.
I don't know who that is, but he sounds handsome.
Oh, it's definitely not.
Oh.
So Jimble left us a comment, and this was 8 minutes past midnight, which has now become Christmas Day.
Yes.
And he said, well, lads, recently discovered the pod and have quite frankly gone at it like Roland Rat in a cheese factory.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm treating myself at 8 minutes past midnight on Christmas Day to a subscription. Merry bloody Christmas, chaps. Looking forward to many, many future bonus eps. That's nice, isn't it?
That is absolutely wonderful. I was laid in bed, right, on Christmas Day. My wife and I went to bed early so we could be up with the boys. Yeah, I just got a notification. I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, Patreon. A new subscriber? Huh? And I read that message and I couldn't sleep. It was like Christmas came early for me. I was buzzing in my bed. Gave me a little bit of a boner. Won't lie to you. So thank you very much, Jim Belushi, for your signing up to our delightful little podcast.
Or at least Jimble.
Yeah, either or, one in the same.
Love it.
So this truly is a time to celebrate, Jordan.
Yeah, call me a cheeky boy. I'm never saying that ever again. That is horrible.
Yeah, that makes me feel weird inside.
No, please, call me it.
Okay. I'll change your contact in my phone.
God. While Gina's, I don't know, over your shoulder one day and the text comes up from Cheeky Boy.
So, all right, you got some explaining to do, bud.
And you're like, no, it's Jordan.
It's Jordan, I swear.
Oh, that makes sense.
She's like, no, that does not make sense because Jordan is not a cheeky boy.
What would she say then? He's not a cheeky boy. He's a
nice boy.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I prefer cheeky boy.
All right. Well, it's stuck now, just like glue has to the proverbial paper.
What about cheeky guy?
Yeah, that works. More on brand.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And also, it doesn't make me feel a bit weird inside.
I'm a cheeky guy. I think it's the word cheeky that makes you feel.
I think it probably is.
Yeah, so I think maybe just two guys will stick to that.
Anyway, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You know, it's been a while. Feels like ages since you and I have just sat down together to have a nice little recording session.
It does feel like a long time.
I'm happy to be back.
Good. We'll soon change that mindset in you.
Yeah, give me 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm stuck on the 6th word for the 100th time.
It's the, Ian. The.
There, ghost. What? I can't do it, Jordan.
You're like...
Please, Jordan. I can't do it anymore.
Oh, God. No, it's good. This will maybe date this recording a little bit, but yesterday I went to a Christmas market, and I appreciate it's spoiling the illusion, but we have to get in there early because we've got so many We've discussed this. We've got so much celebration going on. Mm-hmm. We can't possibly, because as this is being released, I'm sure we'll each be nursing a hangover.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So we have to get in early.
Yeah, there's no way we'd be able to be doing any content that would be any kind of releasable content. I mean, we could record. We'd just be like, Jordan, please stop laughing so loud, mate. My head.
And I'm just going to mute him.
Yeah. Ian, I've got an easy option. Let's just mute each other and hope it lines up.
It would just be both us snoring.
Yeah, it would, yeah. Right, now I don't have to feel guilty because he's listening to what I'm saying. I'm off to sleep.
Exactly. So I went to a Christmas market. It was the York Christmas market. It was great.
Yeah.
Heaving, though.
I can imagine.
We decided we'll go on a Tuesday morning/afternoon because it's not going to be too busy. Mm-hmm. Was I wrong? Wow. I'd kind of dare think what it would be like on a weekend evening or something like that.
Like a Friday afternoon or something.
Yeah, awful. It's not really my kind of thing, big crowds and lots of people. But I enjoyed the stalls, and particularly I enjoyed the food stalls.
Yeah.
That's really why I went.
Do you know what? When you text me saying that you were going, I felt a little pang of sadness because my wife and I went to York Christmas Market about maybe 9 years ago.
Oh, is that when she suggested the open marriage?
It was, yeah. She got down on one knee.
Only for her.
Yeah, she got down on one knee. I was like, oh, what's going on here? She's like, I want to fuck other people. Because you ain't doing it, buddy.
I understand the pang of sadness.
Yeah. It cuts deep, but I have gotten over that, so thanks for bringing that up.
That's okay.
But no, the reason is because we went about 8 years ago, and then the following year, we had our eldest child. And ever since then, I've said, hey, let's go back to the York Christmas market, and we'll get some food and have a walk around. And she has probably, for the best, said, no, not with a small child.
Right.
And I've said, okay, fair enough. That's probably a wise idea. But in the 8-9 years since, we haven't been back and we aren't able to go back because we still have 2 small children. And you're just like, oh, bud, I'm off to eat my own body weight in burgers and cheese and sweets and hot chocolate. And I'm just like, yeah, thanks, pal. I'll just sit here after I drop my kids at school and stare at a wall for a bit longer.
And continue painting.
Yeah, that is still ongoing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to make you feel worse because I'll describe what it was.
Yeah, I think I'm going to follow our advice from The Hangover and mute you.
Going to mute it, yeah. I started off with a bratwurst hot dog. It was the most beautiful thing ever. Oh. Crispy onions on top, some ketchup, and some Swedish mustard, apparently.
Oh.
It wasn't quite as tangy. It was nice. It was really good.
I'll bet.
And that was delicious.
You bastard.
I was thinking I could live off these. It was great.
For the foreseeable 2 weeks until they finally clog all my arteries.
Yes. I go get blood tested at the doctor's and it's a big sausage in the syringe.
Yeah. Right, the results come back, Mr. Jordan. Your blood is bratwurst.
There's worse ways to be.
It's Swedish mustard in there, mate. We don't know how you're walking around.
Yeah, nice. And then my wife went to get, it was essentially a cheesy pasta thing. What they did was they had cooked pasta that they put into a hot parmesan wheel.
Okay.
But there was 2 of them. And the one that wasn't used was underneath like a heat lamp. So it was constantly getting hot.
Yeah.
And I assumed that they just regularly switched between them. So they dumped this hot pasta into the parmesan wheel, mix it around so it's about as much cheese as humanly possible. And then you could have it topped with either, like truffle oil or plain or pancetta. Bolognese, that kind of thing.
Damn.
And she had it with pancetta. So it was essentially a carbonara without the eggs. And she loved it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I could imagine you would really enjoy that. It's not really the kind of thing I would. I tasted it, and actually it was quite nice for what it was, but I couldn't eat a whole portion of that. Sort of too sickly.
Too sickly? No such thing.
But so she had that, and then I thought, I can't just be having a bratwurst. I've got to do more.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to this other stall that had chicken-loaded fries. So essentially, you've got a bed of fries, and then you've got these crispy chicken strips, and they were really succulent. It was beautiful. And then on top of that is a sauce of your choice. I went for some sriracha mayo, and then it's topped with beautiful fresh greens, like really thinly sliced spring onions.
Oh, yeah.
It was the most lovely thing. A couple of chilies on there too. Not spicy, I'll have you know. Just perfect. And here's what happened straight after I finished that mouthful. So I decided to take myself off to the side out of, oncoming human traffic. And then... there was this young couple, and the guy was wearing glasses. I'm assuming he was having something like mulled wine, something like that.
Yum.
I see this happen in front of me, meters away. There's no one between me and him. And he takes drink out of his paper cup, must have knocked his glasses, and the contents went all over his face. And all I could hear him going was spluttering, and his missus was going, "What are you doing?" This guy here's got 3rd-degree burns, and he's
drowning in mulled wine,
gasping for air. She's like, "You silly, that was £6.50."
I'm sorry,
great.
Mildred. It was an accident.
It was fantastic. He seemed okay, by the way. I'm not actually heartless. There wasn't an ambulance called.
That you know of.
Yeah.
You walked
just
away
collapsed
chuckling.
when I left. Yeah. But it was great. And I was walking up to him because I was just about to bin this container that I just finished.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking to him as I see this happen. And I think, I can't laugh in his face. So I
He wouldn't
decide
know,
to
mate.
grab...
He's been blinded by mulled wine. He could have laughed right in his face.
So I decide to grab one of the tissues that I've got and pretend to blow my nose just to let myself kind of expel some air.
Right. I thought you were going to say grab one of the tissues and give it to him to be helpful. But no.
That would have been maybe more helpful, yeah. Sorry.
You hid a laugh.
Oh, yeah. If he's listening, I do apologise, but you did sort of make my afternoon, which was hard to beat, given that I had bratwurst and some chicken-loaded fries.
Yeah.
Topped off with a lovely crumble, and I also had some mulled wine myself that I didn't spill all over my face.
Best way to drink it, I think.
It's normally recommended.
Oh, yeah.
So, there you go. That's my happenings.
Well, thank you, Jordan, for, like a big spilt glass of mulled wine, rubbing that right in my face.
Oh, that's okay. It's better than paint.
Which I have had multiple splashings of all over my
I'm
face.
sure.
Yes. Right, so Jordan, we should probably start talking about some actual content and not our own shitty lives.
Maybe, yes.
So why don't you start by telling us what you've got coming up for us today?
Well, as we know, the new year is very quickly approaching. And so I think it's a good time to reflect on how, as people, we've grown up. But maybe more importantly, reflect on the more embarrassing things that we've done the past year.
Oh, God, I don't want to go down this road, mate.
No, don't worry. So I have for you the internet's admissions to their most embarrassing happenings.
Perfect. So you're not going to bring me into this, no?
Not intentionally.
Oh, well, Ian, your Facebook profile is on the internet.
It's very true. And what do you have for us?
Well, Jordan, I've got a little bit of folklore for you. So let me tell you something. People bang on about New Year's Eve like it's a sparkly night of drinks, fireworks and celebration, but I'll bet you didn't know that when you dig into the folklore, like the proper old stuff, it becomes painfully clear that our ancestors weren't celebrating a new beginning. They were protecting themselves. And all these traditions that we treat as quirky little customs were originally created to stop something horrible and supernatural from getting into our houses.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Yep, I've got all those coming up for you in about 4 seconds.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Let's fucking go, pal. So, first up, Jordan, have you ever heard of first footing?
No.
I'm shocked at that, to be honest, because you are my friend, and it's a tradition that I take part in every goddamn New Year's.
Okay, I'm slightly scared.
No, it's fine. It's a Scottish tradition that I've done at least 25 times in my life. So the modern version is, everyone gets excited, a tall dark stranger crosses the threshold after midnight to bring luck. It's awesome. You make a big fuss, they bring food, whiskey and coal, all to symbolise warmth and prosperity, or at least that's the way we did it. It's very wholesome.
Very good.
But the original version, it wasn't about luck. It was about defense.
And painting.
No. Oh, God,
Ow.
no. All right, it's midnight. It's the 1st of January. Get your paintbrushes out. So the real belief that's written in the oldest Scottish and Northern English folklore was that at the stroke of midnight, spirits, omens and fey beings roamed the streets looking for warm houses to slip into. They weren't malicious necessarily. I mean, some were, but not all. Could be fine, could be chaos. So the first person over the threshold wasn't about welcoming someone in, it was about making sure a human crossed the doorway first. So the non-human things didn't. So first footing is basically home security disguised as tradition.
Okay.
And if we take a look at the requirement that the man had to be dark-haired, that was because light-haired strangers in folklore were often associated with the unseelie court, which we'll get into in a bit. And it wasn't just a threshold that people were worried about. New Year has always been a peak season for banging noises, things falling over, and houses making the kind of racket that gets brushed off as the wind, even though, wind can't open and slam all your kitchen cabinets at once.
Well, depends if it's a tornado.
That is true, I didn't think of that.
If that is ripping through your house, I imagine it makes a fair bit of noise.
Yeah, but in unison, all creepy-like, you're making a cup of tea, all of a sudden all your cabinets open at once, slam shut, and then you hear a...
Oh, well, I mean, wind can make some funny noises, especially when it's a tornado.
Okay, right. Is that your answer for everything?
Yes. I'm sticking with it.
Paranormal researchers who read church records found spikes in household hauntings around New Year's in rural Scotland, Ireland and Scandinavia. Everything from unexplained knocking to full-on poltergeist-style activity.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no tornadoes to be found, pal, sorry.
Not yet.
Not yet. There's notes from the 1700s describing devilish disturbances on Hogmanay, and estate logs from the 1800s complaining about furniture shaking because you see, Jordan, while we all treat it like a reset button, folklore treats it like a night where whatever's been lurking in the corner all year finally gets up to stretch its little leggies.
The old tornado.
The old windy tornado that lives in the corner of my house.
Yeah.
He's called Phil. He's all right, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
Except when he opens all my cabinets at the same time and slams them. I'm like, mate, I've just had my new kitchen installed. That was unnecessary.
Yeah, I've just finished painting. Now it's all over the walls.
Oh, you've missed a spot. Fuck you.
Well, maybe the tornado's helping you.
You just grab some brush.
It's like, oh, you missed a bit, so let me just splash it everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of helpful, actually.
Oh, it's a little bit like that old Mr. Bean episode. Did you ever see that where he does the DIY?
No.
And he puts the firework inside of the paint can?
No.
You've never seen it?
I mean, maybe, but, I'm old now, so...
Wow. I'll very quickly describe it, because actually it's very clever. So he wraps everything that he doesn't want painted with newspaper.
Right.
So the floor, he even goes as far as wrapping every individual grape in his fruit bowl. But he wraps everything that he doesn't want painting in newspaper.
Yep.
And then he gets a tin of paint, he puts essentially a firework in it, lights it, and then leaves the room. So it'll go bang, and the paint will splatter everywhere. And then when he comes back in and it's dry, he can just...
remove the paper.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, very clever.
Except he also wrapped up his door handle that was removable. He decided to place this in a fruit bowl, and then he kept picking up oranges and apples when he lit said firework.
Right.
Eventually he managed to get out just in the nick of time.
Thank God.
But, those poor fruits, they were done for.
I mean, I just got under the bed or something.
Well, or just not do that.
Yeah, just paint like a normal... Get a tornado in your house, like a normal person.
That works.
But Jordan, back to the weirdness, and here is a very weird one for you. All across Europe, for hundreds of years, people genuinely believed that animals could speak at midnight on New Year's Eve. They'd give thoughts, opinions, and have full conversations, but not in the cute Disney way, the you'll die if you hear it way. Farmers used to specifically be warned by priests not to go into barns at midnight because if a cow greeted you with, well, hello there, Bill, at moo, your soul was done for. So imagine that, Jordan. You're popping out to check on the chickens, and then a rooster looks at you and goes, Happy New Year, Dave.
Especially because I'm not called Dave.
That would be, yeah. I mean, chickens are stupid, aren't they, sir?
Yeah.
Tiny little brains. They just call everyone Dave. They heard it once on a TV show, and they just assumed everyone's called Dave. Just do what you're good at and become KFC, all right? Talking to
those
me about
chicken-loaded fries, that's all you're good for.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. But this is such a deep-rooted belief that you get versions of it in Germany, Poland, the Czech Republic, and the Balkans, and even parts of France. And it's always the same theme. The animals aren't evil, but hearing them chat as the other side bleeds into our world was considered spiritually fatal. So midnight wasn't about cheering with champagne, it was about barricading the door and hoping your livestock didn't try to start a conversation.
As you do.
As you do, yeah. But the one that proves how seriously people took this liminal time is the Scandinavian tradition called the year walk. If someone in Sweden wanted to know what next year had in store for them, they'd take a ritual walk on New Year's Eve. But this wasn't just your casual nighttime stroll, you had to prepare. You had to fast all day, avoid speaking to people, isolate yourself, and then step out into the dark just before midnight.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, you might want to reconsider, because once you're out there, the world wasn't the same. Folklore says you'd encounter things that would test you. Pale creatures at crossroads, churchyard ghosts, corpse-like guardians, and even a massive horse-headed spirit that'd block your path.
And a twister.
Several twisters, yeah, all with paintbrushes. But the idea was that if you survived all that, you might get a glimpse at your fortune. Who would die, who would marry, whether you'd prosper, all of which was usually shown to you at the churchyard at the stroke of midnight.
Okay, so if you didn't want to know that sort of thing, just close your eyes at midnight?
Just stay inside.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Don't do the pre-ritual of fasting and isolating yourself. You just have a good time. Eat some food, talk to your buddies, and then just stay in at midnight.
Perfect, I can do that.
Most people who tried it either came back traumatized or didn't come back at all. Which raises the question, was that foresight worth it? Maybe. But imagine fasting all day, nearly getting trampled by a spectral horse creature, and then your reward is seeing that your neighbour's going to get a new cow in July, and that they're shagging your wife.
What, the neighbour or the cow?
Both of them. Happy New Year's to me.
Double teaming, wow. That open relationship, Ian, that's more than I was expecting.
It's hard to resist a cow when he's got the moves.
He'd also have the hooves.
So, Jordan, when people talk about New Year as some wholesome night of reflection and reinvention, the folklore tells a very different story. One that says that you might let a spirit in through your doorway if you're not quick enough, and that your house might be harbouring a few poltergeists. It warns you not to speak to your bloody speaking animals, and apparently, if you're Scandinavian, the way to celebrate is to maybe take a walk in the dark, hoping not to get stomped to death.
That would be good.
That is probably the best way to end a new year.
Or it could be, otherwise, the worst way to start a new year.
That is, yeah, that's true, yeah. I mean, it depends how you look at it. Either way, it's the worst way to do anything. Don't get trampled to death.
Perfect advice.
But Jordan, we're talking about the stuff that people absolutely did not want to think about on New Year's Eve. The things that you were supposed to pretend didn't exist unless you fancied starting your new year with a full-blown haunting.
Okay.
And here I'm talking about two bits of old folklore. The Fey courts that apparently roam the roads on New Year's Eve, and the mirror rituals that caused so many women to scream that church authorities eventually banned them.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So first up, the Fey. In Scottish folklore, particularly in older Highland stuff, New Year's Eve wasn't just a party. It was when the Unseelie court walked. And if you don't know what they are, Jordan, they're basically the night shift of the fairy world. Hostile, chaotic, and absolutely not the tiny little wing creatures that Disney wants you to imagine.
Ah, okay.
So now these were beings that you wanted to avoid. The ones who, according to the stories, travelled the dark roads at Hogmanay in roving bands. Sometimes on foot, sometimes as shadows, sometimes as a swirling wind, much like that tornado, yes.
Called it.
You fucking did as well. God damn it.
There you go. Logic.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, just fucking clever.
Yes. We'll call it that. But people wouldn't just avoid going out. They'd actively bar their doors, shutter their windows, and make sure nobody in the family got so drunk that they decided a midnight wander through the haunted streets was a good idea, because the folklore's very clear. If you were found alone on the road during the Unseelie procession, you weren't coming home.
Oh, that's bad.
Well, I just want to tell you something, right? Because as a New Year's Hogmanay tradition in my family, before my parents got old and didn't want to leave the house, we used to go for a walk at midnight.
Oh, did you? What, to like let the new year in kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's what you do in later Scottish tradition. After midnight, you know, maybe half past midnight, you walk out, greet people, you say Happy New Year, you wander the streets, and it's just a way of like getting a bit of good spirit, a good cheer, you know?
Yeah, warm in the cockles.
Yeah, you know, you take a little hit flask of whiskey. Obviously, I was young, so I was just on the beer, but
I was just on the vodka.
yeah, I was just on the light stuff. But yeah, so I was completely unaware that in olden day folklore, this was pretty much inviting the horrors into your life.
Right, it makes sense why you lived in a haunted house.
Correct. Makes sense as to why I am cursed.
And also why you've got such a fear of tornadoes.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Weird though, I do remember you saying that you still open the front door, don't you, at New Year's?
Yeah, we still do the first footing.
There you go.
After midnight. So somebody generally waits outside and then you give the window a knock at the stroke of midnight, and then it's the first person through the door is somebody who is tall, dark, and maybe handsome. I don't know. I never was, so. But like I said earlier, they bring the whiskey, they bring some coal. It's all a representation of prosperity and warmth.
I see. It's just a shame, isn't it, at that point? You're so far gone that you don't hear the knock and they're out there freezing.
I'm so far gone that I tried to walk in through the front door, knock into the door frame, KO myself, and spend January 1st to the 7th in hospital.
Yeah, it rings true.
Screaming about vodka.
At least now, if that happens, you'll have doorbell footage and that will be hilarious.
That is true. Yeah, expect that on the Patreon at some point.
Lovely. Even I'll pay for that.
Nice. But what makes it even better is that people talked about the unseelie court the same way you talk about violent weather warnings, such as a tornado. Yes, Jordan.
Thank you.
Don't go out tonight. The unseelie are abroad. Take a lantern and stick to the centre of the road if you must travel. These weren't ghost stories for kids. They were treated as practical advice. There are reports from the 1600s and the 1700s describing travellers seeing shapes like men made of mist, or hearing laughter that sounded further away and closer at the same time.
That does make sense.
That's the fae for you, bro. They'll do that. And because New Year's was considered one of the biggest liminal nights of the year, with one dying and the new one being born, it was basically free roam time for the fae, and the unseelie court were the ones who took the night shift.
Okay.
But there were also the seelie court, the alleged friendly ones, who, by all accounts, also weren't to be trusted on New Year's either. Liminal time blurred their rules, so the rules for humans were simple. Stay indoors, fae outdoors, and everyone survives until January.
Just January. After that, you're gone.
No, mate, after that, you're safe. The fae have fucked off for a bit.
Ah, right, okay. They've frozen to death. You didn't let them in.
Yeah, it's fucking cold out there. That's all they want, is a bit of warmth. Just let them in. Give them some whiskey and some coal, and they'll be cool.
Oh, so really, you say murder's a good thing?
No.
When I'm reading between the lines, you're saying don't let them in, kill them off.
What, the fae?
Yeah, and they're there just wanting a bit of warmth and a bit of human contact.
Yeah.
And you won't give it. You say no.
That's because they want to kill you.
Well, I mean, they've not said it in so many words.
Okay, well, I like the way you're choosing which lines to read between. But now, Jordan, we move on to the mirrors. You know how people do silly little New Year's rituals nowadays, like writing intentions in journals or trying to manifest or whatever, that sort of stuff? Back in the 18th and 19th century, women across Europe had a far more dangerous version of that, the midnight mirror divination.
Oh no.
The basic idea was that you looked into the mirror at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve and you would see one of three things. The face of your future husband, the face of your future child, or, and this was the one you didn't want to see, the face of the thing that was coming to collect you.
What, as in like the Grim Reaper style?
Yeah, like so whatever demon was on its way for your soul.
Wow. I just wouldn't bother looking into that mirror.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best advice to take. Just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that'll stop it or not, but let me tell you, Jordan, this wasn't vague. The writings of the time are very specific. If a woman saw a man behind her, she was destined for marriage. If she saw a child, she was destined for motherhood. But if she saw a shadow, a figure with no features, or anything distorted, she would die in the coming year. Now, imagine entering 1820 with that on your mind. Happy New Year, by the way, you're doomed.
Yeah. Would you not just, I don't know.
Grab some salt, maybe?
Season your life?
No, salt is how you protect yourself. A line of salt, like
Oh, I see.
creatures can't cross it.
I follow you. I wonder if that has anything also to do with the common thing of throwing it over your left shoulder.
I think you've spoken about that before. Isn't that throwing salt in the devil's eye or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Devil on your shoulder.
Do you reckon they're one in the same? I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's probably some kind of interconnectivity there.
Never thought about that.
Fucking creatures, man. But this was so common that there are dozens of documented cases of women fainting, screaming, collapsing, and in some cases breaking the mirror because they thought they saw a dark figure standing behind them. Some doctors wrote them up as moral panic episodes, but others noted the sheer consistency of the descriptions. Women seeing the same shadowy shape in the glass across different regions. In Poland, women were warned not to do the ritual because the dead travel freely on New Year's Eve and enjoy peering into glass. In Germany, they'd place candles on either side of the mirror to deter unwanted spirits, which, if you have to set up a shadow deterrent, maybe just don't do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good idea. One account comes from an Edwardian newspaper where a young woman tried the ritual and saw a tall, dark figure with no face, screamed, ran from the room, and swore off mirrors entirely for the next 6 months. Her family banned the ritual afterwards because it invited presences.
And not presents.
No, not presents, no.
Right.
Not the kind of thing that you want at that time of year. But the beautiful thing is that both of these beliefs, the fey courts and the mirror visions, come from the same idea. New Year's Eve wasn't a harmless party. It was a moment where boundaries slipped, the dead could visit, spirits could move, they could travel, the world was thin enough that something might lean forward into the glass just to see who was looking back. So if anyone ever asks why people used to get so superstitious about New Year's, you can tell them, stay inside, fairies and demons outside.
Wow.
But Jordan, I just want to know, what do you think?
Oh, interesting. I wasn't fully aware of all of that. That's kind of fascinating, actually.
Oh, yes.
Don't you find it weird that, what was this, 1700s, something like that?
That sort of time.
Don't you find it bizarre that they were the beliefs then that were, I suppose, more than just a bit of fun?
Yeah.
It seemed like this was quite a serious happening.
Like actual rituals, yeah.
Yeah. I find it kind of bizarre. Makes me wonder what things we do nowadays that we wholeheartedly believe that
Are going to be looked back on in like 400
Yeah.
years, and people are like, God, people in the 2020s used to drink whiskey all the time.
but not Tuesday mornings.
No, not Tuesday. That's a sacred time.
Well, unless they do it instead.
There'll be someone on a podcast in 400 years being like, people used to drink whiskey back in the 2020s. A report comes from one guy called Iain, who drank so much whiskey, his body was made up of 90% whiskey. And then, the co-host will be like, God, what an idiot.
Yeah, and then they'll ask each other, wait, how is Ian spelt? Oh, with 2 I. Ah, it makes sense. He's Scottish.
Oh, right, okay.
Really fascinating. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was fun.
So has any of this information changed the way that you're going to practice your New Year's this year?
Well, it's funny you say that. No,
Oh, okay.
not at all.
I'm taking all the mirrors down.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get pissed. I'm going to eat a lot and then probably fall asleep.
Sounds great.
I'm not letting anybody in, family or otherwise.
Family, fae, tornadoes, they can all get fucked.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. A little bit of folklore for you. So, Jordan, you had some embarrassing stories to tell us.
I do, yeah. Right, so I'll start off with a story from my Swedish friend Eric that I'm sure wouldn't mind me saying.
Have you not got confirmation? Have you not asked him?
I haven't, but he's totally going to be happy with this because he is a good lad.
Does he listen?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, then you'll never know.
He will never know. So, this was years ago. We were at a magic convention in Blackpool, and we were sat in a restaurant. Can't remember what it was. And there was this waitress, and she was really attractive.
Okay.
And Eric wanted to say something to her to get her attention. And he said to me, I'm just going to read this verbatim. I noticed she had really spaced out nails with crazy designs on them. I said, nice nails, when she was at our table. She looked at me as if I was a fucking freak and said, thanks, then left. After that, we got a new waitress and I never saw the original one again. But myself, I said to him, why did you say that? And he didn't quite understand what I meant. But apparently both myself, my dad, and 2 other friends that were with us also looked at him in a crazy way. And we told him that that he said she had nice legs and she was wearing an apron.
Right.
So you would have seen them anyway.
So
he meant to say nice nails, but it came out as nice legs, and he never realised.
how did he mix them up?
He's Swedish. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
He was probably, I don't know, listening to ABBA in his head.
Naturally.
Or, I don't know, he was maybe thinking about
Meatballs
or building IKEA bookshelves.
And he was actually thinking about the legs at the bottom of the bookshelf holding it up. or the nails that come pre-packaged to hold it together.
That's probably true. Yeah, he probably saw that shelf in the restaurant and thought, oh yeah, Nomstrad. Oh, that's brilliant.
Poor guy.
But yeah, poor guy. He always means well, but he tends to say the most embarrassing things, shall we say.
Yeah.
So, then on to the internet's admissions. My dad invited his friend Barry over via text on his day off. Turns out he invited the wrong Barry.
What?
Currently, the wrong Barry is here while everybody else is doing their best to pretend it wasn't the wrong Barry, and I'm silently shrieking.
What's wrong with the wrong Barry? Is he like a horrible person or something?
I don't know, but I mean, I guess it'd be like I text you to say, oh, Ian, come over. But then somehow I've texted a different Ian who maybe I don't really speak to very much, and you don't quite have the same amount of fun that you had planned.
Oh, no, I can understand that, but surely you could still make the best of it. You don't need to sit there for the rest of the night being like, well, this is fucking awkward. You just be like, well, I've made a mistake. Let's try and have a laugh.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't say that it was bad.
Yeah, everyone's sat there trying to pretend that it's the right Barry, but, you know, it's like, that makes it sound like they're being awkward. Like, oh, shit, man, wrong Barry. So wrong Barry. What have you been up to? Where they could just been like,
Wrong Barry.
Yeah, they could just be like, oh, well, you know what? Barry, do you want a drink, pal? How's the wife and family?
Oh, sorry, it's that Barry that used to be an alcoholic and his family died.
Shit. Okay, yeah, definitely wrong Barry. I have eaten my words.
Another one. When I was in court, I forgot what you call the judge. So I accidentally called him Your Majesty. And he was like, what? And I still repeated it.
I mean, calling them anything. Why can't I just refer to a judge as judge or person? So calling him anything, Your Highness, Your Majesty, it's all a bit weird to me.
Oh, I see. What would you rather?
Just mate.
Moron.
Well, you know, they're just a person, just like I am.
Yes. With a beautiful wig.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking fantastic wig. But all they have is a job. You know, I have a job. They don't go, all right, Mr. Person, you know, amazing guy. You know, because
Oh, yeah, they definitely wouldn't say that.
probably not. If I'm in court, there's probably going to be a reason.
I don't know. You could be suing somebody else. You could be the highest member of society.
But I'm not, is the point.
That is true. Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make
Silly
is
me.
that I see everyone as equals.
Yeah.
Just because somebody has a qualification or a job doesn't make them better than me. So I don't believe that they should be called something like Your Honour.
Yes.
So, you know, what's your name? Kevin? All right, I'll call you Kev then.
Would you just say, you're in my presence now, you're honoured?
No, because I am equal. I am
Okay.
even to those.
Moving on. I went to say medium meal when reading out an order to a customer, but all that came out was meep, meep.
Meep, meep.
I didn't even correct myself. I just stared.
More like a meep, meep.
What is that sound from?
It's Roadrunner.
Pingu.
No, it's Roadrunner.
Is it?
Meep, meep.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, brilliant.
Pengu is noot, noot.
It's very similar.
Very, yeah, I mean, a cartoon. I was talking about everyone being equal, but illustrators, mate, they're the lowest of the low.
Ah, yeah, it makes sense.
I have a funny story which is similar to that, and that is that we were at McDonald's once. I was very young, but my mum got to the drive-thru. She was driving, and the person opened the window, and my mum was talking to me, but then the person started talking to her. So my mum was like looking backwards and forwards, and she was going, "What do you want? Yeah, hello, yeah, okay, right. What do you want, Ian? Yeah, okay, 1 second, I'll be waiting." And then I said, you know, whatever burger, and she just kind of went, "Okay, yeah, McMurger."
A McMurger.
A McMurger, yeah.
Better than a McMurder.
That's probably what she meant to say.
Maybe.
But I will never forget that time. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, what do you want? Right, yeah, okay, I'll have a McMurger.
Nice. And it soon became a thing.
It did, yeah, the McMurger. It stayed for one day, no one bought it.
I saw a girl carrying a hamster, so I asked her if I could pet it. But as I got closer, I realised it was actually a muffin, so now I'm on my way to jump off a cliff.
Is this that same person that mistook that hat bobble for a hedgehog?
Baby.
It's just a common thing for her.
Possibly, I forgot about that.
You know what? I have a similar story.
Oh, God.
I hate it when you do this to me.
You once saw a hamster.
No. Yeah, I'll have that in a
It's
bun.
muffin.
I was on an escalator when I lived in Barnsley,
Okay.
where I went to university, and I was going up the escalator, and there was a girl, maybe 19, 20, stood behind us, and you're just casually looking around. I looked down,
Yeah.
saw her, and saw she had like a bit of food on her face.
Oh, you've told me this. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
So I was like, you know what? Because a lot of people, I've had food on my face before, and people have spoken to me, and I've gotten home like 2 hours later and discovered this horrible bit of food. I'm like, why did nobody fucking say anything.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, just tell me.
Yeah, just say something.
And then it's one embarrassing moment and I won't feel like the world should swallow me up.
Yeah, I would feel better if one person would say, there's something on your face, bro. It's not that hard.
So you were doing the good deed of telling them?
I was trying to do a good deed, yeah. So I looked at this girl and I said, excuse me, sorry to be a pain. You got something under your nose, it's on your face. And then it's at that moment I realised it was a piercing. And I was like, oh shit, sorry, no, ignore me. I'm just being stupid. Fuck, bollocks, God, escalator, get to the top quickly, please. I need to run away.
It could have been worse, though. It could have been, I don't know, some sort of mole that she was super
conscious of.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time she's left the house in 4 years. I was like, all right, you got something on your face there, love.
A friend with her was like, no one will even notice. It's going to be fine.
It's that one stupid hairy guy that points it out in front of everyone.
Oh, yeah, that is embarrassing.
Terrible.
Another one. Husband ordered black coffee and orange juice at a drive-thru. He was stunned to correct them when he got coffee with orange juice in it.
What?
Yeah. I don't know how they could get that wrong.
I mean...
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that is terrible. Like, the person making it, you would obviously think, this is a weird combination. I'll ask. I'll double check before I make the executive decision to combine the drinks.
Well, do you think if he ordered something like a black coffee, an orange juice, and a burger, it would have all been blended?
They're all coming in the same pot.
I don't understand how this person at the drive-thru could make the mistake.
God knows. They must have had no sleep the night before and been running on fumes, or just hated the person.
Possibly. Yeah, maybe. It was his mum.
What? Yeah. Teach you to make me get a job, mum.
Someone else says, I accidentally replied to the guy I really fancy from my hamster's Instagram account. Kill me.
Why do you have a hamster's Instagram account?
I don't. Do you reckon it's this same person who mistook one for a muffin?
Probably, and all the pictures are actually like a house brick. Oh, hamster's been a little immobile today.
Must be hibernating. Turned red. Here's another one. It's prefaced with, this is not an email I ever expected to receive or send.
Uh-oh.
The first half says... The AI design of your email is clever, but significantly lacks warmth. Would it be possible to be contacted by a human being moving forward instead of AI? Many thanks. And the reply is, it's not AI, I'm just autistic.
Oh.
See you next Friday.
God. Again, right, this is one of those things where it pays to just check first.
Well, I mean, I guess they were.
No, they were outright stating, I don't want
Yeah.
AI. They could have just said, are these automated or is this a person? And it would have gone, oh, I'm a person. Go, okay, thank you very much. The end.
It's true.
Not, I do not want AI anymore in my inbox. Okay?
It lacks heart and warmth.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Terribly.
Another one. A cute guy I worked with wanted to give me a fist bump, though I thought he was pretending to hold an invisible microphone, so I leaned forward and said hello.
Thing is, like, if it's a fist bump, right, the natural demeanour of that is a sideways fist, so it's not like you're holding a microphone up.
That is true.
So this person would have had to lean in and go sideways.
And tilt the head.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I was delivering a pizza and I couldn't find the customer's house for ages. Kept calling him and accidentally left him a 5-minute voicemail of me crying. I sort of feel sorry for them.
Why were they crying?
I guess they were just getting so worked up that they couldn't find this address and maybe, I don't know, orders were piling up and delays were happening. And they were just like, I can't find it. And, you know, like just breaking down themselves. But they left it on the voicemail.
Terrible.
Another one. The last time I went to urgent care, I checked off excessive crying on the symptom list, and the nurse got really confused and told me that was meant for the baby.
I mean, probably good to bring to the attention of a healthcare professional.
That's true. But then they slapped her and said, we're not here for that.
This is what erasers are for. And now she has a problem that has been brought to the attention of people who can help her. So that was a good thing.
Fair enough. One time, our teacher was showing us her wedding photos, and I was like, oh, is that your dad? In front of the whole class. It was her husband.
Uh-oh.
It's a slight faux pas.
Flo papa.
Oh, God.
And yes, I did say Flo.
Yeah, good one, that.
Thanks.
I was catching up with an old friend until I asked, how's your dad? Still, when I remembered he died a year ago. Finished my sentence by, still dead.
Oh, don't finish it.
I mean, I don't know what do you say? That's horrible, because if you don't finish it, then it just looks like you kind of don't really think about your friend. Like, how on earth could a friend forget such a big event in your friend's life?
Yeah.
So at least by finishing it as dead, it makes you realise that, oh, yeah, I messed up and I'm trying to make light of it.
Well, you could say something like, I mean, I don't think this is much better, but...
In your memory?
No. Well, yeah, I guess. You could say something like, still visit his grave regularly.
Yeah. How was your dad, though?
I don't know.
He's as good as he was 10 years ago, mate.
Only a little bit more skeletal these days.
Yeah. God, it's a bit more decomposed.
Yeah.
Once a cop asked me if I'd be willing to take a breathalyzer. I said sure. He handed my license and I thought it was the breathalyzer, so I breathed onto it.
Fucking hell.
Maybe it was the same guy, because someone else said, I got pulled over and the cop said, is your license clean? So I wiped it off on my pants before I handed it to him.
Sure is, bud.
At least he didn't go,
fancy a drink? I've got plenty. Have you ever seen that video that's on the internet of that bouncer pretending to breathalyze a customer going into a club?
Oh, there's loads of those. Using a radio.
Yeah, it's like having them blown to the antenna of a radio.
That's so good. I wonder at what point it becomes illegal.
Probably after having a second person use the same mouthpiece, because, that's disgusting.
Yeah. And COVID was born.
Yep, there it goes.
I once submitted a picture of me crying along with my homework when school was virtual.
Why?
I don't know. I assume they would try to attach their documents, but also gave them a picture of them crying.
That's terrible. Like, things like that should not be able to have access to your full camera roll.
That's true. I used to work at a bakery and also forgot the words for slicing, and so asked, would you like this bread smaller?
Smaller.
The time I hugged my dentist thinking he was going in for one, but really he was just taking off my dental bib.
Oh, man, so they'd have been in the chair.
Still haven't recovered from it.
Can you imagine your dentist leaning down onto the chair to hug you?
And you're like, oh, thanks, Patricia.
Thanks, Dr. Stevenson. Yeah, there was some routine work there. It's very good.
I've decided I no longer require dental work for life. I went into a shop and when I left, they said, have a nice day. And I replied, no, thank you. I answered instantaneously as I thought they were asking if I wanted a receipt.
This is one of those things that we've spoken about before. It's like one of those automatic responses.
Yes, exactly.
Where you have an inkling of what you think they're going to say and you have your response ready to go. So as soon as they open their mouth, you're just like, no thanks.
Exactly. Have a nice day. No, thank you. I'm a cashier. Customer came through my line buying crabs. As she was leaving, I said, enjoy having crabs instead of enjoy your crabs.
I mean, they both work. What would have been weird would have been if she looked up at her and went, how do you know?
Yeah, different connotation. Mm-hmm. So this lady came in this morning and walked up to the front desk to greet us before gasping loudly and saying, I forgot my dog. She forgot to bring her dog with her to the vet. That's not great, is it?
No.
Driving home one day, and I thought to myself, why does the steering wheel cover have bumps on it? Convinced myself it was Braille for blind drivers.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
There's no cure for stupidity sometimes.
See, sometimes though, your brain, you don't bridge like the big gap. You just see bumps. You think, what are bumps for? There's a line of logic there, but you don't think, why would a blind person be driving a car?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I often do things like this. Like I think I've said before, but like when I'm trying to figure something out, I go through every option, no matter how mental it makes my schedule, where I could literally just change the outcome, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I think I used the example before. It's like, right, I need to go to town at 2:00 today, but I can't get there because my wife's got the car. Right, I can't get there because I can't walk, so I've hurt my foot. Something like that. And I'm like, right, so if I ask my dad to postpone what he's doing to come collect me, he can drop me off, then my wife can pick me up. And I go through all these like mental changes, to try and make the outcome possible when I could just think, I'll just go tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that, yeah. And that was the simple solution.
Exactly, yeah. Always just so set on trying to make something happen that I don't just think, is there an easier solution? I don't see the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's very true. At least you didn't think it was Braille for blind drivers there.
That is true, yeah. That is it's a step too far.
Yes. A few more for you. It's prefaced by the words, shift. I meant shift. Oh, God. And the text reads, Hi, Sheila. I'll be free after my morning shit, if that's convenient with you. About 11 a.m. Lucy X.
Coffee and orange juice has gone right through me.
I suppose it would. Penultimate one. My elderly dad told a little girl she looked so adorable with her cute little umbrella.
Oh.
We didn't say anything to him until later, but that little girl was a dwarf male.
God.
What do you say? Oh, you look so adorable with your cute little umbrella, little girl.
Cheers, mate. What the fuck's this about?
That's so bad. Poor guy would have gone away gleefully thinking, oh, that was a sweet interaction. Yeah. Cute little lass.
I think that's probably the best option, is to maybe just never tell him. Imagine how mortified you'd be.
Possibly. Until it continuously happened and it was the same guy.
Yeah, at the same bus stop every morning.
Yeah. It's always raining. So the last one, which is my favourite. Right, so just to preface this one, it is another text, but before the text, the person says, I don't know how this message got sent to my client. I was talking to my dog. It was a new client. This has been how my life is currently going around here.
Sorry, just before we carry on, Jordan, from the sounds of this could be you.
Very true. Yeah, it could be, actually, yeah.
It could be. I'm going to wait.
I promise it's not, definitely not me.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to wait and see what the outcome is.
The text to this client reads, Did you fart? Did you fart? Did you fart? Did you fart in Mum's room? Did you fart in Mum's room? You good boy. Are you good boy?
Did you fart, Teddy? What I mean...
Could you imagine that? That just gets sent with no realisation to a client until they reply.
That is fantastic. I would love to receive a text like that. I did. I did a bare bum fart in Mummy's room.
You cheeky boy.
I am a cheeky boy.
Oh, that is horrible. So, yeah, to wrap the new year off with us remembering some of the more embarrassing moments.
Absolutely. I think that's the best way to round up a new year. And anyone at home, just make sure that you watch what you're doing this year to stop yourself from living out some embarrassing moments of your own. But if you do happen to have any, please send them in. Let us know.
Yeah, please do. At 2guyswhatsup@gmail.com.
That is the place.
I'd love to read it.
Absolutely. I mean, they don't necessarily have to go on air. Just let us know.
Yeah.
It'll just be for us to laugh at.
But we would love it if we could.
Yeah, I will happily just sit here in my room, cordon myself off from the world, and just read your embarrassing stories as I touch... as I relax on my bed.
Yes.
Fully clothed.
Oh, yes, of course. Beautiful.
But, John, thank you very much for wrapping the year up for us, me old pal.
You're very welcome.
And with that, I think it's time to go and start celebrations, because there is but 48 hours left until the bells strike and 2026 begins.
That's scary, but exciting.
Well, yeah, hell yeah. Exciting, bro. It's going to be Faye and whiskey time.
That's all you're excited for.
Spirits in every form.
Oh, yes.
So, everyone, Happy New Year. Enjoy yourselves, party, and be merry.
I wonder where you're going to go.
Nowhere naughty. It's New Year's.
Okay.
It's got to be wholesome.
All right. That was cheeky.
But, John, with that, does that about bring us round to the end of today's episode?
I think it does.
Nice one! Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode, and maybe even tell a friend. Tell a friend they've got something on their face before you realise that it's actually, I don't know, like a pair of glasses or something, and then walk away, and to save yourself from feeling the embarrassment, stick those headphones in and listen to Two Guys What's Up.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and be jetted off to every link you'll ever need for all your Two Guys What's Up essentials. Want to get your own Two Guys What's Up t-shirt? Click the link.
Want to enjoy a coffee and orange juice and burger? Click the link.
Want to share with us your own embarrassing stories? Click the link.
And when you click that link, it will blast you off to Patreon, the home of all your Two Guys What's Up extra essentials, including shoutouts, t-shirts, aliens and wackers mugs, which my wife broke mine of.
Uh-oh.
And if you really cannot get enough of our fantastic tales and New Year's voices, well, now you can get more of each, because there is currently 30 bonus episodes, which come out on the last Friday of every single month, just sitting up there waiting for your ears to go and wriggle around and all that extra audio goodness. And all that is available right now, starting with the bonus episodes, for just £3 a month.
So if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so, then head over to patreon.com/2guyswhatsup to check out all the goodies over there. The link will be down below for your clickety pleasure.
But if you can't do that but you'd still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best and freest way to do that for us, and we would be eternally grateful.
We would.
But on that note, thanks for listening. You'll have an amazing week and a fantastic New Year's, and we will see you in the new year on Monday.
We will.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Cheeky cheeky. I'm never saying that ever again. Cheeky. Oh, shit. I literally nearly fell off my chair. Nice.